Everyone, welcome to the fifth and final masterclass for the IBM Skills Build Summer Certification Program 2025. So we'll be starting this session very soon. And until then, as always, make sure all your friends and teammates have joined and you have good and stable internet connection. So we'll be starting shortly. Okay, let's begin. So, welcome everyone. I really hope you're all excited for the session today. Today is our fifth and final masterclass, and it is a very important one as today Mr. Amit will take us through on the creation process of our final project. And I hope you are also very excited to work in your team and finally create and come up with something creative and interesting. So let's start looking at the timeline. So we've already gone through our orientation on four previous master classes. Today is the last one. And of course, the most important thing, why today is very important, that we will be learning about the final project that you all will be working in as a team. So please keep your notes ready, maybe pen or pencil, or maybe you guys like to take notes via phone or computer digitally. Whatever your chosen method is, be prepared. So let's start our session today with our in attendance. So just to reiterate that we are following a two-way attendance method. One will be at the beginning, one will be towards the end, just to make sure that you are guys are attending and going through the entire session. So please mark your in attendance, and once you marked it, you can let me know that through the chat or through a thumbs up that you have marked it. So please take 2 to 3 minutes, a few minutes to mark your attendance. We can wait until then. Okay, we can move on now. I'm sure you guys have marked your in attendance. So the most important announcement. So we have some good news today. Many of the domain IDs and password have been dispatched. I'm sure a lot of you either have already received a happy email today or you are going to receive the happy email. But again, just to repeat the announcement that we are distributing the IDs batch by batch. But it's not that a lot of you will get your domain IDs today or might have already received them. But still, it is an ongoing process. Majority of you will get it today, but do not worry. And I assure you that every team member who has completed their self-learning assignment will receive the domain IDs and password to access IBM Cloud. So what you see on your screen, the highlighted blue box, it is very important that you maybe try checking your spam folder and make sure your inbox is open, not full, ready to receive emails. And you guys will be receiving your IDs today via info@csrbox.org. Okay, so let's move on to the core of our session. So Amit Tiwari, our speaker, is already here and doesn't need any introduction anymore. So please join me to welcome Mr. Amit. So over to you, Amit.
All right. Thank you so much, Karthik. I will just take a few minutes to start my slides. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Masterclass 5, which is the project discussion. So we will be discussing more about the project and what you need to make in this whole certification program that you did with IBM. What is the final project? How can you make it? How can you select the correct problem statement for the project is what this whole exercise is about. Let me quickly share my slides and we will begin this session.
Mr. Amit comes back. I should let you know that we did conduct a cloud query session on Monday, and I know some of you were not able to attend it due to some commitments. But all of the queries that you have related to cloud, all those queries were addressed in that session, and the recording for that particular session is available in your resource document. So if you're facing any query related to logging in your domain IDs or creating a cloud account, all those queries are addressed in those session. You can go through the recording and solve all your queries. So thank you very much. That was from all from me, Amit. You can continue now.
All right. Thank you so much, Karthik, for that. So today we will be discussing about the project that we have to make. A lot of people are coming to me by saying that they have not received their domain IDs and passwords. Karthik has made sure that you have received the domain IDs and password by now. And Kevin is asking if one member received the domain ID and password, then that ID we can all use. Yes, of course, we can use all of them. So you can use the domain ID and passwords to create your IBM Cloud account, where you will get some resources in order to make your make different kind of things like self auto machine learning, or you can also deploy AI agentic AI solutions using IBM Orchestrate. So I did not take a class on IBM Cloud Solutions because all of you have not got the cloud solutions, and we would not be able to deploy these cloud solutions on with the IBM technology. However, you can use IBM Cloud Solutions using the. I'll share a video from the IBM um, where you can use the IBM Cloud Services to create to get the API for the large language model that IBM has, which is IBM Granite, and you can use it to a certain extent for free. So if you want to create a project which requires a API key, you can use IBM's API in order to create your own project. So I'll be sharing a video. The team will be sharing a video on the. So it's what we learned in the lang graphs. So you can create. You can use IBM cloud with land graphs in order to create your own agents, and that video will be shared by you to you by my team. I will be sharing that link to the team, and the team will share that video to you. It's an official IBM video which you can use to create your own agents. And that's kind of like really easy to create the agents using the IBM Granite model that they have. All right, so nonetheless, we already have learned about how to create our own agents using drag and drop, using land graphs, we also know about prompt engineering. So we know a lot of things. Now we are ready to jump into the final project. All right, so what is your final project? So the problem statements that you have to choose from is the 17 SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals by United Nations organizations or UNICEF particularly. So UNICEF has these 17 Sustainable Development Goals for the world by 2030. So what are these Sustainable Development Goals? I will just show you with the website of UNICEF. And so if you go to SDGs, then you can go to the 17 goals or Sustainable Development Goals. And these are the 17 goals that United Nations have. So United Nations have for a sustainable world, for a healthy world, they have made 17 different goals. So if you see, these are 17 different problems that United Nations want to solve by 2030. So if you see the goal number one is to end poverty in all the forms everywhere. It has 7 targets, and they also do some events and some publications and actions that United Nations have taken, but you don't need to go into deep in there. So the goal one is to end poverty in all forms. Goal two is to zero hunger, which is to end hunger, achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Goal three is to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all the ages. Goal four is for quality education. Goal five is gender equality. Goal six is clean water and sanitation. Goal 7 is affordable and clean energy. Goal 8 is decent work and economic growth. Goal 9 is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Goal 10 is reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, um, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, partnership for the goals. So you can choose any of these 17 goals. All right. So you can choose any of the problems from these 17 goals. Let's say that you want to work with climate and you think that global warming is one of the challenges that the earth is facing, and you can create an agent in order to solve the issue, right? Or you can take Sustainable Development 4, which is quality education. What we were doing in this whole certification program, we were working on the good health and well-being part, right? The third one, where we were designing an agent for a hospital. So you can also choose the third one, good health and well-being, and can polish the same agent that we have been designing, or you can choose any of the other goals that United Nations have out of these 17 sustainable development goals. Once you select a goal, what we will do is we will make a lean canvas, right? So a lean canvas is a kind of like a framework which defines any project or a product. So when we as founders, when we want to create any other product or a project we want to take up in our company, what we do is we sit down together and design a lean canvas. A lean canvas is kind of like you define your product and your project very carefully, and there is a kind of like a way to fill this whole lean canvas. All right, so what we will be doing now is for the next half an hour we will be doing this activity of designing our own lean canvas, where we will be defining our problem, our solution, our unique value proposition, what is our unfair advantage, what are the customer segments that we want to reach to, what are the channels where we will implement our solution, what is the cost structure, and what is the revenue stream. So we'll be discussing everything in this lean canvas in order to make our project understanding more. All right, so first thing that you have to do in order to create your project is to select any one of the problems from these 17 problems that United Nations have made as a goal to solve by 2030, and then fill up a lean canvas. This you will also have to submit. So you will have to submit three things: a lean canvas of your project, a project concept note, and a PPT for the same. All right. So I will explain in detail what you need to submit, how you need to submit, and everything. So first of all, let's explain our problem by filling this lean canvas. All right. So what we will do is we will go to this link called https www.leanfoundry.com. It's kind of like a website created by someone called Ansh. And what it offers is it offers a very nice way to design our own lean canvas. All right. So if you type lean canvas on Google, you will be redirected to the first link, which is this leanfoundry.com. So what I can do is I can also paste the link here so that you can also go to the same thing. You will have to create your own account in there. So I'm just pasting this link um, on here so that all of us can create our own lean canvas today, right? So Dhananjay is saying that we only choose from these goals, or can we make project on other things? No, you can't make project on any other thing. You have to choose any of these sustainable goals. All right. So you can't just uh, make project. It should be aligned to any of these 17 sustainable development goals. And there is plenty of room for solutions to be made in this 17 goals. So if you want to, let's say, do something in innovation, you can also choose Sustainable Development Goal 9. So let's say that you want to create a digital marketing agent. You can also use Sustainable Development 9, which is innovation, right? So pretty much everything is covered in these 17. So you just need to think how it is being aligned to your goal, all right? To any of these 17 goals. Kashish is asking to, do we have to do it in group? Yes, you have to do this project in group. So you have your project leaders and you also have your teams. So you have to submit this in groups. All right. And you have to submit it in 7 days. So you will get 7 days to design this product and project. You already know a lot of things. You can use AI, you can use the help of artificial intelligence to write your code, or you can also use these drag and drop agents like Relay. You can also use Zapier. You can also use N8N or whatever. But drag and drop functionality you can use. And you already know a lot about agents and prompt engineering and all. So I think it will be enough for you to design a project like this. But before designing a project, you will go to this leanfoundry.com. And what we will do is right now we will design our a lean canvas first of all, so that we understand what is the project that we need to design. All right. So I will log into lean canvas uh, with a new ID so that you can also see how we can make our own lean canvas. I think I have never logged in with my CSR box ID. So you just click on sign up, and in sign up you click on your own project. All right. So I will go a little slow so that all of you can come to lean canvas so that we can all design one. All right. So there are some questions that are coming. Hemant is saying that we don't have a team. All team members and leader is not doing this internship. I can do alone. Yes, you can also do alone if you are not in a team. But if you are in a team, you can do it in a team and submit it as a team project. All right. So if you want to make it in a group, you can make it in a group. If you want to submit individually, you can also submit individually. Right. Dhanvi is asking, should all team members submit the project or just team leaders? So the team leader will submit the project on behalf of the team, and that would be good to go, right? So I would also like to ask the IBM team, the CSR box team, which is working behind the scenes, especially Karthik, to also answer this question. Should they submit it in a team or it's just a individual project, Karthik? As per my understanding, it's a team project. So I just want to clear from you.
Yes, they will do it as a team, but eventually the same project will be uploaded by all the participants.
Yes, all right. So thank you so much, Karthik, for this. So you have to do it as a team, but eventually you all have to submit the same project. So if you are 5 people in a team, you can submit the same project individually on your final project submission. All right. So I hope that that is clear. Some common questions which are coming. Do we only have to build a AI agent? Yes, we only have to build a AI agent because it was a agentic AI fellowship and we only learned about building an agentic AI. So we all will build a AI agent solution. It can be a chatbot. It can be So AI agent can be seen as a chatbot also. It can also be seen as something which can work on its own, automation kind of thing. So you can think of what kind of agent do you want to design, what kind of user interface do you want to give. Do you want to keep it like a chatbot? Do you want to not keep it like a chatbot but automating automation thing? How can you define your user interface is up to you. Mohit is asking if only leaders are allowed to submit the project, will the certificate of completion given to all members or the leader? So as Karthik mentioned, you have to design this in a group, but you will also have to eventually submit individually your own project. All right. So same project will be submitted by all the members in the group. Three things you have to submit. You have to submit your lean canvas, you have to submit your project concept note, and you have to submit your PPT. So everyone will be submitting same kind of thing from a team. All right. Praveen is asking, can I deploy my personal project to IBM Cloud? Yes, you can deploy your personal project on IBM Cloud as well. I will be sharing a video how you can do that. All right. Cool. All right, so let's move ahead. So what we are doing right now is we are defining our project and we will be defining it in a very nice way. So what we will do is we will go to leanfoundry.com. All of us will click on sign up and click on your own project and what describes your project. So you can click on student project as a college or school university and you can put in your email address like I am putting amit.t@csrbox.com and click on create account. All right. So now it will send me a email to my email address in order to go to leanfoundry.com and complete the sign up. All right. So I see that I have got this message like this and I click on finish creating your Lean Canvas account. And once I click that, I go to my email, I click on finish creating my Lean Canvas account and I get here. All right. So I will not do anything from here. I will just click no thanks. I just want a lean canvas. I'll scroll down and go to no thanks. I don't want a lean. I just want a lean canvas. Here I will put my name and I'm repeating this process one more time. All right. So you go to lean canvas sign up. You click on sign up there and follow the steps. Put in your email address. It will send you an email. Click on finish creating your lean canvas account and go to this lean canvas and create your own account. All right. So you type in your name. You can also create this in canvas on Canva if you want to, but this gives a very good way of creating this in canvas in a very easy format, right? Those who have not received a domain ID and password, they will be receiving their domain ID and password. Can we do it with the Relay app? Yes, of course. You can make a drag and drop solution using Relay. You can also make a drag and drop solution using Zapier. You can also make a solution using coding. Whatever suits you uh, is whatever is the best project. You can always select it. Yesterday we also learned about how to call the webhooks for Relay, right? So you can create a UI in maybe let's say Node or JS or HTML, CSS, and JS using a form, and then you can use the webhooks to call the Relay app, and then do the process there, and then call it back here. All right. So let's do the sign up. So email address would be amit.t@csrbox.org. And you can put in your password, whatever password that you want. I am using a strong password and then click on create account and it will create you an account. And once the account is created, it will take you here. All right. So because a lot of us are logging in at the same time, some of you might face difficulty, but I believe that a lot of us will eventually reach to a point here. All right. So in this site, what you can do is you can click on my first canvas and you will be seeing this. All right. So if you are seeing this page, you can submit, you can also apply with the IBM ID. You can also apply in this website. You can use your own domain, own email. So you can always use your own personal email because this is only for one time. You will be able to create this only for one time. All right. So you can create this lean canvas on Canva as well. So you can go to canva.com if you're facing difficulty. So you can say Canva lean canvas, and you can also go to Canva, and it also explains this lean canvas, and then click on create a lean canvas. So basically it's the lean canvas looks like this. It's kind of like a framework in order to explain what your project is. So this helps the founders, this is kind of like an exercise that helps the founders to create different type of products and projects. It helps us visualize our product and project in a better way. It is basically kind of like creating a project in a very beautiful way. Whenever you are creating something, you can always go back to it in Canvas and check whether you are on the right path or not. And it's kind of like exercise for that. It's kind of like a vision board, yes. Kriti Rastogi saying, yeah, it's kind of like a vision board. So you can also go to Canva if it is not loading for you. For me, it is being loaded. So let's start with the lean canvas. All right. So if you click on this question mark, you will be able to see how to fill this lean canvas. So you fill the first column first, which is the problem. So it's not like a straightforward filling of this canvas. So you fill the problem first, then you go to customer segment, then you go to unique value proposition, then you go to solution, then you go to cost structure, then you go to revenue channels, then you go to revenue streams, and this is how you fill this whole lean canvas. All right. So what we will do is we will start our filling our lean canvas, and in this lean canvas, leanfoundry.com, which I find which is kind of like a website created by Ansh, who is some guy, and he explains everything very very nicely. So wherever you are stuck, you can always watch his videos, explanation videos here. All right, so let's start with this, but I will also be explaining everything, so you don't need this. So first thing that we start with while we are creating our project or product is we define the problem that we are solving. All right. So what we will do is we will define our problem here. So I will click on this new entry, and I will define my problem. So let's say that I select any of these problems and I feel that I resonate more with quality education. Okay, so let's say that my problem is resonating more with quality education. For now, you can just watch how I'm filling it so that you can also fill it with your problem, because I believe that this is a discussion that you will have in a team while creating your project. What is the problem that you resonate with, and how can you solve that problem? All right. So you can just watch for some time how to fill this lean canvas, because you have also have to export this lean canvas and have to put it in a PDF form, right? You can also create this lean canvas on Excel as well. So I will be sharing a Excel sheet where you can get this kind of like vision board, which you can fill it up in Excel. So any way you can create it, but I found that leanfoundry.com and its canvas is really nice. You can always export it from here and everything, right? So let's start filling this. So first thing that we have to fill is the problem, and I went to the SDGs and I found quality education as the one that resonates from me. All right. So I think that in India there is a lack of quality education in the schools or in the children. So I think that's the problem. So I will just write my problem is, so I will start with defining my problem. So children in India, especially rural areas. Okay. So especially rural areas or underprivileged children do not get access to quality education. All right. So I'm saying that my problem is this, that in children in India, especially rural areas or underprivileged children, do not get access to quality education. And that's what my problem is, right? I can also define it more. So I can say that I can also back it up with some data. So let's say that I go to Google and I research. Right? So percentage of children in India not having access to quality education, right? So, and I see what is there. So 50% of children don't have access to quality education. Uh, you can also back it up with the facts like these, but it should be coming from a proper website and not from AI. So it says that 50% of India's children don't have access to quality education after primary school. All right. So I'll just copy this from here and I will take it as my problem statement. So my problem statement is that 50% of Indian children don't have access to quality education. Also, I can go to some of the UNICEF's research and I can see how, uh, yeah, so, mm, so you can also see that 45.2% of students achieving the target performance level across all subject and classes at national level, which is alarming, right? So half of our population is not getting quality education, and I will just paste these. So whenever I am writing a problem, I am also backing them these problems with the data or the stats. Okay, so I'm saying that children in India, especially rural areas, do not have access to quality education. 50% of India's children don't have access to quality education after primary school. 45.2% of students achieving the target performance level across all subjects and classes at national level. So this is my problem. All right. So you can choose your own problem. Um, you can choose your own problem, and you can always fill your own problem and back it up with the data. So let's say that from this you chose zero hunger, right? So you said that there are in India there are many people who still don't get a good nutritious meal for like 3 days, 3 times a day, or even once a day, and then you back it up with data that these percent of people don't get food, right? So what is the solution that you are designing for that with AI is what you need to think about. All right. So I define my problem. What are the existing alternatives? The existing alternatives are maybe let's say that uh, uh, NGOs, right? So let's say there are some NGOs working for education equity. You can also see that there are some alternatives like YouTube. YouTube is one alternative, right? So YouTube is also um, uh, an alternative. You can say that okay, YouTube, through YouTube they can also watch videos and learn something new. So you can also type in YouTube as an alternative. Now once you find the alternatives for your solution, you can also go and search for apps that are helping solving this problem, if there are any. If there are no one, you can also think of something which is generic, like YouTube is generic, right? So YouTube, you can think that YouTube is a solution, everyone can learn from YouTube, but it's not a platform that yeah, Yagnik is asking me questions. Sir, currently clarify what all we have to make. I will clarify everything by the end of this PPT. We have to make a lean canvas first of all. We have to upload our lean canvas, and then we have to make a concept note, and then we have to make a PPT. All right. So I think I cannot be more clear than that. Three things you have to make. One is a lean canvas, which is you have to export as a PDF and upload. Second is a concept note of your project. And third is a PPT that contains everything about the project. All right. Yeah, so Charvi is giving me a solution that there is also one solution, one more solution, that is Swayam channel for higher studies by the government. So yeah, I can also add in that. Thank you so much for giving me that information. So there is a channel called Swayam, and they provide free education, right, by government. Okay. So you can think of what are the existing alternatives for this. All right. Um, So after filling your problem and your existing alternative, you go to your customer segment. All right. So in customer segment, you make a list of your target customers and users. All right. So who will be affected by the problem? Okay. So you can click on a new entry here, and you can write in your customer segment. So my customer segment will be underprivileged children. All right. So you have to define what is the age, right? So you have to be very narrow in this. So let's say that for me, the age is for 5 to 15. Okay. I'm not talking about uh, higher education or more. I'm talking more about primary to to I think 10th standard, or let's include the 11th and 12th as well. So 5 to 16, because 11th and 12th, I still think that if they get a quality education at this age, they also continue with that. All right. So that will be your customer segment. Your customers can also be NGOs, right, whom you will sell your solution to, and your customers can also be schools. All right. So you can also partner with schools. You can also partner with NGOs. You can also directly impact these underprivileged children aged 5 to 16 years. All right. So you can define on all the customers that will be adapting your product. All right. So my problem is this, and I am yet to create a solution. But before creating a solution, I need to know the customers that I will be reaching out to. All right. So early adopters would be NGOs, because I will not be able to directly reach the children. So maybe NGOs, or maybe you can say low income schools, they can adopt your solutions. All right. So now after filling the customer segment, what we need to fill is, you can always go back to this, and you need to fill the unique value proposition. Okay. So first you fill the problem. What problem are you solving? To what customers are you solving? Who will be your early adopters? What are the existing alternatives? And then you fill your unique value proposition. Okay. A lot of questions are being asked in the chat box, which I will be responding. Gautam is asking, can I add this summer certification program in my LinkedIn profile? You can always add that. That's a personal choice. Deep is asking, do we need to make a full stack application? This is what we are doing right now. What we need to design will come from our lean canvas. All right. So you can't just say कि मैं ये बनाऊंगा, right? So you need to first be very, very clear what is the problem that you are solving, for what customer you are solving that problem, then what will be your solution will be, right? You can't just, this is the exercise that we are doing right now will give answer to all of your questions. All right, that's why we are doing this exercise. Otherwise, I would be just explaining you what you need to design, and then you will be able to design it yourself, right? So right now we are having this exercise to be very, very clear, right? So some people are asking me questions like, do we have to make a full stack solution? Do we have to make a um, um, just a program by relay? Do we have to submit the agent demo in the project? So all of these questions will, all of the solution of all these questions will come from the lean canvas, right? What you want to design will come from this lean canvas, right? So now let's go to customer. So customer segments we have designed. We are solving this problem, and these are our customers for whom we are solving this problem. All right. So now we will uh, fill our unique value proposition. So you go to this question mark, and you can see that after customer segment, we fill the unique value proposition. All right. So unique value proposition is what will be a single or clear message that will turn an unaware visitor into an interested prospect. So let's say that you want to solve a problem of this, which is a typical or a wicked problem, that you want to solve the educational inequity in the country, and you have these as a customer segment. So let's say that a customer segment from this, let's say a child or any person that comes and asks, what is your project, and what you will be doing. So how can you explain it in a very compelling message, right? So my unique value proposition would be an AI agent or AI app that can adapt to the learning uh, capability of any child, and can guide the child um, in a more personalized manner to learn any subject easily. All right. So basically, I'm designing an AI solution or an AI app that can learn, that can adapt to any learning capability of any child, and can guide the child in a more personalized manner to learn any subject easily. So that is my unique value proposition. So high level concept is, how can you make an analogy for this? So it can be my solution, or my product, how can I see it in a very simple way? So I can see that at personalized tutor for children, right? So I am basically creating personalized AI tutor. Okay, so basically it's a personalized AI tutor for children, which is understanding the levels of understanding of each child and is personalizing this education to them, and then it is adjusting its standards here and there. So I'm using a hypothetical solution right now. You can have a more grounded one, but this is how we will fill it up. Right, so the unique value proposition is what will be unique in your project. So this is unique, that it's an AI app that can adapt to the learning capability of any child and can guide the child in a more personalized manner to learn any subject easily. All right, so you can also say that it's personalized. You can also say that the unique value proposition is adapts to the learning rate of a child. All right, so these are the unique value propositions. Okay, so after explaining the unique value proposition, you will go to the solution, right? So now you know about. So if you click on this question mark, you will see how to fill this up, and after filling the problem statement, you can fill in the customer segment, and after defining your customers, you can always go back to filling your unique value proposition. Now you know what is unique in your product, and now you will define the solution. All right, so solution is personalized AI agent that will work as a tutor for students to teach them any subject they want to learn. All right, so let's say that they want to learn math. They will say that I want to learn math, and this personalized AI agent will understand that. It will route it to a maths agent. So you can create like different agents. All right, so I'm just brainstorming how to design this. So basically, you can design a kind of user interface where you are talking to a student and you are asking the student, what do you want to learn today? And then if the student wants to learn math, then you route this agent to a math agent, which will help to learn math, right? So it is there are certain topics in the math that this agent is taking up, and then it is helping in learning math. So if the student want to learn science, then the AI agent routes it to a science agent, and then it is understanding from the student's level, which level the student is, by maybe asking some questions and then understanding and personalizing it, the content further. All right, so you can uh, design a solution like that. And also unique value proposition now also can be uh, it's free to use.
This is usually the box we makers like to spend the most time on because solution building comes easy to us. But to keep you focused, I purposely constrained this box around the top problems you listed earlier. For each problem you listed in your problem box, briefly describe how you would solve it with a feature
I
of your
double click
solution.
and I start the videos.
Here are the top highlights of my solution from the photo sharing example. I took each of the problems on the left and outlined what the solution would need to include to address the problem.
All right, so my solution would look like this. And after filling the solution, you can always go back, which to fill. You can fill up the channels. So now how you will reach to your customers, right? So I say that my solution is a personal AI agent that will work as a tutor for students to teach them any subject they want to learn. So my channels would be a website. Now you can also specify what is the domain of the website and everything here. So let's say my website is learnwithai.com. Okay, it's just a hypothetical one, which you can also, and then maybe later on, you can also have an Android and iOS app. Maybe not iOS because you are reaching to marginalized communities, but yeah, maybe some NGOs and low income schools have iOS, and then they can uh, also do that, right? So channels is how you are reaching out to your customers, right? So where will your solutions lie? What is the deployment of your solution, all right? So you're creating a website which is learnwithai.com, and you're using Android and iOS app, and yeah, that's it. Then after specifying the channels, you can specify the cost structure and then the revenue streams, right? So what will be your cost structures? What will be the cost that you require in order to design this solution, right? So maybe you will require a hosting cost, right? So wherever you are hosting. So first cost can be a domain cost, which will be something that you require, a domain like learnwithai.com. So you will need to purchase a domain, then hosting cost, then maybe cost for development, then maybe API calls cost, then maybe database cost if you're hosting it on some server. Hosting, you can also say front end plus back end, and then you can have some maintenance cost as well. All right. So the cost structure should include everything. So it should include domain cost. You will have to buy a domain. You will have to buy a hosting. You'll have to have a cost for development. You will maybe hire some other people. So here you write whatever you need to require to design this solution. All right. So this is what you will design. How will your revenue come? How will you have an income? You can have like kind of donations. You can have pay-per-use licenses, which you will sell to NGOs and schools, right? So you are not charging the students, but you are charging these NGOs and schools. You can also have like uh, donations are there, pay-per-use licenses are there. Yeah, I think that's enough. Or maybe you can also go for fundings or grants. That can be your revenue streams. And after filling your revenue streams, you can go to unfair advantage. What is that unfair advantage? So if you see this, sorry, before filling that unfair advantage, you also fill in the key metrics. All right. So how will you measure your performance? How will you say that your business or the product or project is going really well? So you fill your key metrics one. So key metrics is number of students engaged, uh, or number of students signed up on the platform. So this is how you will measure your success, right? So how many students are signing up on the platform? You can also measure the success by number of students completing a learning plan. Okay, and you can also have number of partner NGOs. Okay. So key metrics, this is what will define your success or failure, whatever you want to measure. So this is how we will measure your performance. And then unfair advantage is something that cannot be easily bought. So basically it's, so unfair advantage is availability 24/7. It is personalized. It is free to use, and it is, let's say, what can be unfair advantage? AI powered. All right. So these are the unfair advantage that not everyone can copy, right? So not everyone can create a solution that is free to use, or not everyone can create AI powered. I think more it will be in a unique value proposition, but not everyone can create a solution that is available 24/7, or not everyone can create a solution which is personalized. So I think this is it. This is how you fill your lean canvas. So now you choose your own problem and you fill this lean canvas for your own problem. Or you can brainstorm it in your teams. what can be the problem that you are solving, what is the customer segment that you are referring to, what is the solution, then what is the unique value proposition, how your solution is unique, what is the high level concept, how can you define it very easily, what are the channels where you will deploy this solution, what is the unfair advantage that your solution contains, how will you measure your success, what is the cost structure, what is the revenue stream that you will have. All right, so you will define everything, and once you define it, you will export this as PDF. It is very easy. You click on export PDF and you will be able to export this, and you can click on download PDF, and then you will see this lean canvas ready with you. All right, so whenever you are designing any solution, so now your concept note will also come from this lean canvas. Your PPT will also have some components of this lean canvas where you can showcase your key metrics, your solution, your existing alternatives, your high level concept, your customer segment. All of these you can talk about in your PPTs as well. Right, so it's really, really important to create a lean canvas or a business model canvas. I'm not talking about business model canvas because it will become a more difficult exercise, but yeah, you can also choose to create a business model canvas if you have done it in past. But lean canvas is very easy. It's kind of like it's kind of like a lean business model canvas, and you can always uh, go back to your lean canvas whenever you are stuck. All right, so for the next 7 days, this lean canvas will serve as the leading guide for your project. So whenever you are thinking of anything, any pivot from the idea, you can always go back to lean canvas and check where you started from. All right, so I hope that you are also building your own lean canvas. Um, yeah, so Nishant is asking, is there a template? We will be sharing those template and all. Okay, so now what you need to do is I will just explain what are the SDGs that you can pick up problems from. All right, so before designing your own lean canvas, what you can do is you can refer to the SDGs, and some of the examples of what are the projects that you can make are mentioned here. So let's say that you select SDG 3, which is good health and well-being. You can make a AI agent for mental health screening and support. All right, so you can create a AI agent, a kind of like an agent which when you talk to, it can always give you advice using mental health. It can screen your mental health, and it can also support you. So you can create a chatbot kind of thing, or you can also design an AI agent which is a early disease detection. So let's say that I have my blood report ready and I upload my blood report, and it tells me what kind of disease do I have, or it can also suggest me or guide me to a particular doctor, or it can set me an appointment, or do something like that, or it can check my symptoms, or it can do a machine learning on health data. You can do a lot of things, right? So your problem statement can look like this. So your problem statement will be lack of mental health support among youth result in stress and anxiety. This project aims to create an AI powered chatbot for mental wellness check-in and guidance. You can think of the problem that is there, and there are many problems in health sector, so you can think of a good problem there, and then design a solution to that problem. All right, so you pick up a problem and then you design your lean canvas on that problem, and then you upload that lean canvas in the final project report. Then you can choose SDG 4, which is quality education. Some ideas are here. So AI powered personalized learning agent for rural students, which I mentioned in today's class. Then you can also design a language translation tool for regional language. So let's say that you face a problem where a child is not able to learn from the global language like English. So let's say that you are in a rural area in Chhattisgarh and you need to make the students understand how because they don't know English. So how can you translate, or how can you make the access in the local language possible using AI agents? So there can be multiple AI agents which can serve different languages, and you can always access all these agents from there. You can also create an AI quiz generator based on student performance and learning gap. So let's say that you are the child is you are designing a quiz agent which is checking the child's learning, and how the child is answering. You are measuring the answers, and you are personalizing the learning plans for the child. So let's say that as example, so let's say that you want a child to learn addition, right? So you give a question like add 756 plus 859, and if a person is adding a 9 and 6 and it is giving 5 as an answer but is forgetting the carry, and then he is maybe writing the solution forgetting the carry on. So you can design an AI agent that understands that problem, that the carry is not being added. So what you can do is you can send that child to another agent which makes him understand how a carry is used, or maybe a math agent which has some solutions to the problem, and then he comes back to the quiz agent and then solves other questions and all. So just the idea that I'm giving right now, which you can implement very easily. You can also choose SDG 8, which is decent work and economic growth. So you can create a resume builder or career guidance agent using AI for job seeker. So the student has to upload the resume, and the agent will understand from the resume and can suggest you the jobs that you can search, or maybe even search these jobs on LinkedIn and apply. So you can design a relay agent that can search for these jobs in LinkedIn and it can automatically apply for these jobs, or maybe send email to all these job opportunities that are there based on how the resume of the person is. So your UI will contain a resume uploader where you will upload the resume. The first agent that is there is understanding from the resume what are the skills that the person has, extracting these core skills, sending these core skills to another agent which is searching for jobs relevant to those core skills in LinkedIn, and then another agent can automatically apply for all the jobs that are there in the LinkedIn. So you can make a multi-agent system where if you just upload your resume, you will be able to find the relevant jobs for yourself and can also automatically apply. So you can design a system for any person who wants to facilitate this, right? So there is a problem where we don't have jobs and we have to search for these jobs individually. So maybe we will spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. So instead of that, we are designing a agent which searches the LinkedIn profile of companies, sees if there is a job opportunity. If there is a job opportunity, there is another agent which is applying for that job, sending a email automatically, which we designed in our internship, right? So we can combine all of this together to design a more robust agent. You can also design a job prediction agent based on skills and location. So you can upload your resume. One agent will learn from the resume what are the skills that they have. One agent will predict uh, what are the jobs that are available on the base of skills and location, right? So you can define your problem statement like this, that many skilled individuals in tier 2 or 3 city face employment challenge, and this AI project will select personalized job path based on user skills and interest. All right, so this comes to the final part of this. What you want to submit is you have to submit a lean canvas PDF. So you have to design a lean canvas, download that PDF from there. If you want to design it on leanfoundry.com, that's fine. If you want to design it on Canva, you can also design it on Canva. So you just go to continue, sign up to Canva. You don't need a paid account for designing a lean canvas because lean canvas is free. So you can just click on continue and you will be signed up for Canva. So once you sign up on Canva, you can search for lean canvas here. So it will give you a kind of like a template like this, and you can search for lean canvas here, and you can see that there is a lean canvas. You can just click on lean canvas and the lean canvas will be here. All right, same thing, but a different kind of like way of representing it. So you can put in your problems here. You can define your customer segment. You can define a lead adapter. You can define unique value proposition, solution, unfair advantage, and everything. Same thing that is there in leanfoundry.com, but I believe that leanfoundry.com is a better way of creating it because it gives you it in a very beautiful PDF format. But you can always download this also in a PDF format and upload, right? So you can click on PDF standard, download it and upload it to the Google form. All right. You also have to upload a concept note that will contain your problem statement, your solution, your links to the solution. Then you can have a PowerPoint presentation where you have the screenshots of your solution. You can make a beautiful PPT for the same. All right. So I will just give you some of the examples of the previous year's submissions so that you can see or check how the solutions look like. So in my drive, I will have some project presentations. So I guess, yeah, so your concept note will look like these are all the projects that have been submitted last year, and I will just select one. So you have to send it as a zip file like they have sent. I have this one as zip file. So I so they have a PPT, they have Excel sheet. This is kind of like for a more difficult one. I'll just show you what we have. All right, yeah. So this is a sample for AI concept note. This is how your AI concept note will look like. So it should have your objective. Why did you choose that problem? What is the methodology that you use to design the solution? Then what is the data? If you used any data, then you will provide the data set here. What are the expected outcomes of this solution? The conclusion of this solution. It should have your contact name, information, college name, email ID, enrollment number, year and semester. All right. So we'll be sending you these samples in order to get an idea of what to submit uh, as a concept note. And then you can always submit PPTs, which might look like this. Yeah, I think so. This is one project that we got last year. So team name is here by team what. So they designed a tomato plant disease prediction and classification. Introduction. What is the why do they design it? Understanding the problem. They can define their problem. Then what is the problem? They are defining it more. And maybe what is the solution to the problem? How is the graph looking like right now? Then they did a data analysis. What they did, how did they collect the data? This was more of a data analysis class, but still the kind of like PPTs that you design will still be same. They've implemented some solutions, some screenshot of their solution, and what are the tools and frameworks that they use. Then what are the libraries that they use, then the end product, and they also have a live demo here. They have a API for Flask. They have a web app which is hosted on here, and they are showing the architecture. What is the architecture and how it looks like? What are the features? Some screenshots, and finally the future. How can they make it better? And then a thank you note. And yeah, they have also designed. So second project was diabetes prediction model. So they also have added their own project like this here. All right. So we will send you these kind of PPTs which you can take as reference. But I think you can make beautiful ones than this one. So this is one submission that I got, and this is just how I am showing. So you can include in your PPTs everything in a very beautiful format. You make sure you are including screenshots and your solutions to the PPT, right? Now I'll be taking your questions and I'll be answering whatever questions that you have in the chat. Sir, I think, can we use Canva for presentation? Yes, of course you can use Canva for presentation. You can use any app. You can design your own PPTs if you want to. Devansh is asking, everyone has to send all these documents. Yes, everyone in the team can also will also have to individually submit it, but you design this as a team. So you design it as a team and you submit it like this. Sonia is asking a question where we have to upload these files. You will be sent a Google form in order to submit. If I'm not wrong, I will ask uh, uh, the team, the CSR box team, where will they submit the solution? So we will send a Google form, right?
But we will be sharing a dashboard link with everyone,
Okay.
and they will have the option to upload their files.
All right. So you will be shared a dashboard option where you will have to upload the files and you will be able to upload the files there. Right. Uh, Shayan is asking, do we have to use IBM Cloud? You can use IBM Cloud if you don't want to use, let's say, Gemini, right? So if you don't want to use like free solutions, you can use IBM Cloud, which will give you some of the compute power. So I'll be sharing a video on how to use IBM Cloud. So you can use LangGraphs with IBM Cloud. We already know how to use LangGraphs. You can create IBM Cloud APIs and you can use IBM Cloud APIs to create your own solution. And that also you can deploy on IBM Cloud as well. So yeah, you can also use IBM Cloud, but if you want to use any other app, you can also use that. Kishan is asking, do we need to deploy the product or just a concept node? Yes, you will need to deploy a project. It's not just the concept node. All right. Nisha is asking, can you please share the sample files? Yes, I will share. My team will be sharing that. How much time will you get to complete the project? You will get 7 days to complete the project. So you will be getting the first deadline, which is after 7 days. And if needed, we will be extending the deadline, but make sure that you are completing everything in the next 7 days. Parsha is saying, can we have some mentor who can guide us? If you have any queries and all, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn. So I'll be happy to help you anytime when you want, right? Yeah, I will accept your LinkedIn connection request. I have many pending, so I will accept your LinkedIn connection request, and you can always ask me questions there. Asad is asking, I will have to design a complete full-fledged app or a website because I'm new to coding and building website. Yeah, no, it's not mandatory to design a whole website or something like that. You can design something in Relay, and you can just design something on Google Colab. That will also be fine. The thing is how you are solving a particular problem. You don't need a website for your problem. Okay, so I just told that, okay, this is one way of solving your problem. You can always have multiple ways of solving a problem. Those who have not got the domain ID and password, they will be getting their domain IDs and password. I will be sending these PPTs in the groups after this. Yeah, I will give you a tutorial demo how you can use various IBM cloud tools so that you can use that. I wish that I could have had a class on IBM cloud, but you don't. Not everyone had IBM cloud, so it would be I would be getting so many queries like how to do this. But I have a very interesting video which you can use to design your AI agent in just 20 minutes using IBM Cloud. You can always follow that. You already know LangGraph, LangChain. You already know a lot about AI agents. That would be very easy to follow in order to make your own agent, right? Deep is asking, in the concept node sample file, there is section for name. Whose name should be given? So when you are submitting your concept note, you are giving your own individual name. When you are submitting your PPT, you will be writing all the names of all the people that are there. Gokul Maran is saying top performer will get any better benefits. Yes, the top performers, top 5 teams. I think top 10 teams will be called for pitching, where they will pitch their product and projects, and then I think that there might be a way to award all these teams also. Avni is saying, can I solve this problem by using ML instead of AI agent? No, you cannot make a ML solution. If you are making a ML solution, make it within an agent, right? So let's say that you are making a ML solution, but then you are also making that machine learning solution an agentic one. So let's say that I am using linear regression to predict logistic regression, let's say to predict kidney stone in a person, all right? So I'm making an agent which is predicting this kidney stone. And then maybe I am making different agents using machine learning which are predicting different things, and then they are returning it to a final agent, the solution. So you have an agent where you can upload your medical diagnosis, or you can upload your problem, and then the agent can route you to different kind of agents, and these agents are using machine learning to solve a problem, but they are agents overall, right? So it should be agentic. Whatever technology that you use, that's up to you, all right? Joel James is saying, should we send these 3 files with the screenshot of our agent? So your screenshots will be in the PPT, right? So your screenshots will be the PPT. You can bundle them up as zip file and upload it. I think in the dashboard, it will be very clear how to upload these files. Anshika is saying, can you explain concept note one more time? So your concept note has your problem statement, why you choose that problem, what is the solution to your problem, what is the data that you used in that problem, and all these things. I'll be sharing a sample concept note with all of you so that you can take that as a reference. Anjali is saying, do we need to submit these 3 things after submitting the project or before the project submission? That's the project submission. What else will you submit? So you will submit these 3 things only. You will submit your lean canvas. You will submit your concept note. You will submit your PPT. Your PPT will have your project. All right. So your PPT will have the link to the project that you have and the screenshots to it. Nothing else. All right. So you don't need to submit anything else. You need to submit these 3 files only. Everything will be in these 3 files only. So if you want to include a link to your project, you can include that link to your project in the PPT that you submit. Dipanshu is saying, can all teammates use the same concept note? Yes, they can use the same concept note and the same PPT as well. Sahil is asking, what are the deadlines for submitting these 3 files? 7 days after this. So today is 30th. So I think by 6th or 7th, you will be able to submit That will be the deadline. The deadline will be communicated to you by this CSR box team. Kansha is saying how the concept note will made and which app. Oh my God. You can use any of the Word or any of the tool to make the concept note. Okay. So you don't need to do anything extra. So you can use Word to make the concept note in a PDF format. You can also use Canva if you want to beautify it, whatever tool you need to make. It is just a text file. Okay. PPT having any format? No, PPT does not have any format. Make sure that it covers everything from problem to solution to everything. Right. I will be giving some of the PPTs for reference. You can always take. Yeah, I will be sending the example or the ideal form for all these three submissions. So that will be there. No, there is no page limit in PPT. RN is asking me, so you can make as long PPT as you want, but make sure that you keep this short. Sayan is asking how will we get the final certificate? You will be getting a mail on your IDs after submitting your projects. Shreya is asking, can I make the problem statement mixing from two options? Yes, you can also mix two. Okay? You can also mix two of these solutions. That would be amazing. Krishna is asking, can kindly help us know how to make good use of IBM Cloud? Yes, I will be sending videos. How can you use your IBM Cloud account? So in your IBM Cloud, you can make chatbots. In your IBM Cloud, you can do machine learning. In your IBM Cloud, you can also do make AI agents. So I will be sending all these videos. How can you make a good use of IBM Cloud? Also, in your course, you must have encountered how you can make solutions in IBM Cloud. When you were doing this, getting started with AI course, there is a machine learning uh, a solution using IBM Cloud. So you can also implement that, or you can explore more courses on IBM skills wheel to make good use of IBM Cloud. You will be Mukesh is asking where should we submit. So you can submit the project on the dashboard that the team will send you. Twinkle is asking, do we need to work only upon one problem? Yes, you can work on one problem. Maybe you can also mix and match other problems as well. Natik is asking how many days more to get domain ID and password. I think the team is actively working on that. You will be able to get it very soon. Yeah, you can. So Syed is asking, should we have to make a GitHub repo and add that link to your PPT? If your project requires to make you a GitHub repo, you can always make a GitHub repo and then send the link to that GitHub repo in the PPT. But make sure that you are also submitting screenshots with the same. And Asad is asking, what are the benefits of this IBM certification? Will it help us in job interviews in IBM company? The benefits of this IBM certification is that you can always show this certificate to anyone, any job where you are applying. Let's say that you are applying for an agentic AI job, because IBM is a very reputed company. Your knowledge will be supplemented with the certificate that you get, right? So you can showcase your knowledge. You can say that, oh, I also know about agentic AI. I have created these kind of projects. I was also being selected for the top 10. So your prospects of being hired by a company rises. Particularly if I talk about IBM, if you have completed a lot of IBM courses, it always is an advantage, because no company wants to train their employees, right? So you are already trained on the IBM technology, or maybe you have designed something with IBM tools, so you will be considered more for jobs. Should we create AI agents for problem solving? Shazia is saying like we did in previous class. Yeah, of course, you have to make it for problem solving only. Yeah, right. So you have to choose the problems from all these 17 problems, and you have to make the AI agent for problem solving only. Dixit is saying, if you use LangGraph of some coding part, where do we deploy the code and keep our code running, like the fetching data from the UI and sending back the result? So what you can do is you can deploy them on Render. Render is a very good way to deploy for free. So the site is Render. If you want to create a kind of solution which is full-fledged, then you can deploy your UI on something kind of like Vercel, or you can also you would Streamlit as a UI, and then you can also deploy the solutions on GitHub and use Render or something like Vercel to deploy your front end, back end. And for if you want to use database, then you can use Supabase as a database hosting thing. All right. Or you can also deploy it on Google Colab if you want to, like we did for tweet generating agent, right? So it depends on how big your solution is and how big you are envisioning everything. Ashwar is asking, do we have to choose from the 17 problems? Yes, you can only choose from these given 17 problems. You can't take any other problem from the project. Whatever problem you are taking, you have to align it to any of these 17 things. As they're saying, what if one doesn't know the proper skills to code in Google Colab? You can use AI to code, but your solution should be unique. Okay. Priya is saying, like to ask whether it is important to consider each team member individually the PPT or project. Yeah, you can work in a team. You can work individually as well. It's important to consider each team member because it will help you fasten up the process. So you only have 7 days. So a single person designing a very good solution in 7 days is difficult. You can work in teams, maybe give different role to different people in order to complete certain tasks, and you will be able to do it very easily. Doing it alone will be a little bit of challenging. Akshay is saying we get the certification of completion or not as IBM Cloud ID. You will get a certification of completion if you submit all these 3 documents. Yes. Can we consider this a certification program as an apprenticeship? I don't believe it is called an apprenticeship this time because IBM has advised not to call this as an internship. So I think that it will be called a certification program only and not an internship. Shane is saying, do we have to make it entirely low code or no code? No. You can also make it as code based as possible. You already have some idea how to use line graphs and all, so you can extend a code based solution also. Rivali is saying that we only have to paste our AI agent link or PPT or any other project link. You have to paste your AI agent link or or on the PPT, yes, and you can also attach screenshots to it. Kasak is saying, is this program beneficial for our future? Yes, of course it is. You can always showcase whatever project that you design to any of the companies. IBM is a very reputed company. I'm repeating it again, and it is very reputed in the market. So if you show that you have been certified from IBM and you have a certification course that you have done from IBM, then if you apply for any job, that helps always. Geet is saying, all right. I have many more questions. Is it necessary that the idea should be profit oriented? No, it should not be profit oriented. If it is not profit oriented, what would come under the revenue? Under the revenue is what you will need to maintain your solution, right? So whatever solution you will provide will have some cost. So that's why we fill the cost before the revenue, right? Tanish is saying GitHub repo instead of deploying will work. Yeah, it will work. So under the revenue, if it is not profit oriented, but still, how will you sustain your project, right? So that also you have to write. Okay, so more questions by Devansh. Deadline is after 7 years, 7 days, not 7 years. How exactly we will be evaluated? So there is an evaluation chart. So you will be evaluated on the based on how novel is your idea, how good your solution is, and how robust is your solution. Devansh is asking, is the concept note everyone name will be there? No, in the concept note, you can only keep in your name. In the PPT, you can keep the name of everyone. Pranav is saying information about pitch night. Yes, your pitch night will happen for the top 10 teams which will design these solutions, and they will be send a mail to come to the pitch night where you will pitch your solutions. Sonia is saying only after submitting project will we get the certificate. Yes, you will have to submit the project in order to get the certificate. That's what the catch is. Swasti is saying what should be there in the concept note. I will be sending you one sample concept note. You can keep that as reference. Sargun is saying, do we have to code in proper HTML, CSS, and JS? It's your choice. What kind of solution are you making? If your solution includes a website, then you will have to submit it in a HTML, CSS, JS form. If your solution is not a website, it's just a code, then that's also fine with us. But you need to create a lean canvas for that, right? So you need to have understanding of what solution you are creating. Then only you can define what tech stack you will use to create that solution. Parthiv is asking, can we make a drag and drop AI agent? Yes, of course you can make a drag and drop agent, but that also depends on what the problem that you are solving and what your solution is, right? Sneha is saying, can I have a call? Do I have to call the API or just download and run the offline model? You can always download and run the offline model. You can also call the APIs. That depends on what kind of solution you are designing, right? So I will not be able to answer this until unless I understand what kind of problem that you are solving. Umesh is asking, till we have to submit the PPT after 7 days of this class. Ravina is saying top 10 tips are selected based on what basis? So there is a very, very robust evaluation process where we evaluate each team on the base of the novelty of the idea, the solution that they are providing, the future of that solution, scalability, reliability, and robustness of the solution, and then we will be evaluating you all of you. Charlie is asking who will introduce IBM tools. IBM tools will be introduced by the courses that you have. Also, I'll be sending you videos which will make you introduce to the IBM tools. Right? Okay. Uh, Gautam is saying, can we combine relay for multi-agent system? Yes, you can combine relay and coding both for your multi-agent system. You can use relay by employing these webhooks. You can call relay, finish some task, come back to whatever code that you are writing. Pius is saying concept note should be unique from teammate. No, it should be similar to what your teammate has submitted. There is no predefined format. You can use your own. Satyavrat is asking, after submitting email ID, this is not returning me any link to my mail. Okay, so this is, I think, for the Lean Foundry app. Yes, we will send you some examples of the platforms where we can deploy your project. So I'll be sending them in a concept note. Okay. Without domain ID, how can we do all these? You can do all of this without a domain ID. You can use your personal IDs, right? So you don't need a domain ID to do anything. You only need domain ID to use IBM Cloud. If you are not using IBM Cloud, then you can always design any other solution using any other tool that you want to. So domain ID is only needed for IBM Cloud. All right. So I think I am getting repeated questions now related to yeah. So I will be sharing this PPT to all of you, and I'll be sharing the Lean Canvas sample, a concept note sample, and a PowerPoint presentation sample so that you can refer to it. And I think that will solve all of your queries and doubts, right? Sheikh Nafisa is asking, do you send a sample video? Yes, I will send the sample video of how you will submit this project. Okay. Others is asking how to solve the problems, that you have to design your own solutions and you have to discuss the solutions, right? Muskan is asking, can we take help of ChatGPT? Yes, you can take help of ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT the question, but I think don't copy paste everything. Okay, so we know how you copy paste from ChatGPT. So make the solutions your own. Of course, you can use any AI for that. Okay. When to submit is after 7 days. The team will tell you the guidelines. Hemant is asking, I think I'm getting now the repeat questions, when to submit and all, which I have already answered. Mohit is asking, can we deploy the project on localhost? Yes, you can deploy the project on localhost as well, but you need to paste the screenshots of your solution. All right. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in today and asking all these questions. I hope that I have answered all of your questions and I'm getting these repeat questions, when to submit and all. The team will reach out to you with the submission things, where you need to submit everything, when you need to submit, what you need to submit, and how can you submit everything. And you will be able to design your own solutions. So all the best to you. May the best top teams come for the pitch night, and may the best top teams get the prize or whatever is in store from you from the CSR Box team. And I enjoyed very much teaching you. I enjoyed the questions that you asked. Make sure that you are sending me a request on LinkedIn so that we are always connected. Whenever you are designing a project, let me know on LinkedIn. You can maybe tag me as well as CSR Box, as well as Karthik, whoever was involved in this project. You can tag us and let us know what interesting thing that you are doing, so that we also know what your solution and what are the things that you're designing, and maybe we can collaborate in the future on some solution. All right, so I hope that all of you enjoyed this internship as much as I did, and I hope that you all design amazing solutions to all these challenging problems that the world is facing now. Thank you so much for being involved with IBM Skills Build and CSR Box. This is my time to sign off. Thank you so much. Goodbye and have a very, very interesting week ahead.
Thank you very much, Amit. And yes, we also enjoyed the entire program and we learned a lot from you. So, first of all, I want to congratulate you all. You have made it this far, and I'm sure you guys are also very happy that you were able to learn so much, go through the entire program. And again, as Amit said, I also want to wish you all the very best for whatever solution you come up with for your other future endeavors as well. So we are very close to closing this session as well. But before that, very few basic important announcements. So the deadline for submitting a final project is 7th July 2025. That is 7 days from now. Actually, 8 days, as Mr. Amit said. And again, about cloud, I should repeat, all those students who have completed their learning assignments on IBM Skills will soon be receiving their domain ID and passwords. And I'm sure a lot of you have already received yours, but do not worry if you haven't, you will soon receive them. So thank you everybody very much. I enjoyed it. I'm sure Amit enjoyed it, and you all enjoyed it as well. So Amit, if you haven't gone yet, I have a small request to make. Maybe you can switch on your camera and we all can click a photo. If students, you also want to join us in a group photo, maybe we can do that. So maybe wait a few seconds for if you guys are going to turn on your cameras. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you very much. I now would request Anil and Vanish to take some photographs, and I'll take yours as well. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. So let's move towards the closing of this session. Moving on, let's mark your last attendance, the out attendance for today's session. And thank you, everyone, very, very much. And I really hope you had a great time. And also, you also will have a great time making your projects, designing your solutions. So thank you very much.